Island Slings. And it's one of the projects that was centrally awarded. And we've been looking for the contractor. And to the best of our ability, we have not been, furnished with all the requirements of the project site. But because it was centrally awarded, we allowed the contract to start. And now, the documents, thinking that the documents will be cleared. So up to now, I'm still following it with the contractor to see that the environmental assessment impact is, the report is approved. Up to now, I have not seen it. And again, they have gone into problems of theft. Engineer?
Yes.
You tell me the truth. The first time you brought items,
Yes.
what did you bring? Bags of cement.
Yes.
You brought 700 bags of cement.
Yes.
And out of 700, how many were actually delivered
Okay,
at
on
site?
that issue has been coming over and again. We brought, our delivery was 660 bags. But the capacity of the vehicle was 700. So the transporter agreed to bring 700, but deliver the 660 to our site. Then the 40 would be delivered to the hardware here. Because we are using the hardware from Arua here. So instead of having the space, so for us our delivery of 660 was delivered to site. Then the 40 were delivered to his hardware.
Wow.
And because that was his.
To supplement on
And on that issue, people thought maybe we have not delivered all in the
no, to supplement on that, remember for us we are using semi 42.5. So we made an order from Tororo. So those guys, when they are bringing our cement, they added in their cement in that same truck. So for us, our 42.5, they packed the other 32 the other side, then followed by our cement. So they had to first offload ours, then they take theirs to what? To their store.
But
From our order. So that issue was raised, but we explained, and you also explained to the district engineer, and he got the point.
These are community projects.
Yes, they are right to
And
comment.
when you bring things and you go with the excess, it raises the eyebrows of the communities.
Yes, they told us about that issue, but
the
to
point is,
explain.
the point is that's a very simple one. Why don't you start to verify when you're offloading that? We are offloading 660 bags here, the remaining is not ours, it's taken to plant place. For
No.
transparency.
No, the thing is, we do not stand out and air out such a statement because for us,
That is fine. That is fine. But we'll try to investigate that. Even when you tell us that, we will still investigate that. Number two, is it true that this is the first time for iron bars to leave that site?
Yes, according to our record, and it is the first time. It is the first time.
According to your records.
Yes, and what we know, we have not had any incidents of iron bar theft before.
Supposing we saw you where more iron bars of your site are stored somewhere, what will you say?
on that point, because for me last time, actually like 2 weeks back, my boss called me, I was somewhere, I believe. He called me that maybe, they called him, maybe LC5, someone called him from this side, that maybe there's a certain motorcycle which came at night, and those guys, they took off cuts. So I've ever heard about that statement, but
This one is confirming that for you, you don't have anything concerning any theft.
no, for him it doesn't, because for me I was in a leave, so I didn't tell him. But
Okay.
I've ever heard about that maybe they were taking
Okay.
the off.
The information we have got from reliable sources is that this is the 4th time for iron bars to leave that site. This is the 4th time. Let me be straightforward to you.
Because if it's the 4th time, because for us we don't know.
And we will surprise you where those iron bars are.
It will be good for us, because for us we are not aware, we don't know.
So that is what we have had. Now, lastly, Lastly, in this instance, 3 of your staff are behind bars and your foreman is at large. One of you is on the run. Do you agree? Who is that one? The foreman
Yes.
is on the run. Now the 3 people of your staff are behind bars. So what do you have to say?
Because for me, what I can say, it could be better maybe because, as me, Francis, I can defend myself that I'm not a man, but it could be better you be open to us, you tell us that maybe such and such, you are behind these guys. Because also for me, I called Mr. Baruku, and I told him that really, how can these guys, because for me I was suspecting the security, UPDF, that maybe they are behind it. So I told him that, Mr. Baruku, you never know that maybe the order from maybe Mr. Julius or Mr. Reo, even him, even Baruku, that maybe someone is behind these guys. They were just suspicious, but they don't have evidence on it.
The guys, so to you, the guys are there by mistake?
No, not by mistake, but I gave him a call saying that you never know. Even I gave him that maybe Mr. Baruku, maybe you may be a monk, or Mr. Julius, or even Leo. Because now if you bring out that statement, it shows me that maybe my yes, there is some connection amongst us people on top. So it could be better maybe you bring out that information openly. We know that maybe either me, Mr. Julius, you have not been fair.
So why I'm asking this is it okay for those people to be behind bars?
It is totally bad. It's not okay.
First week.
No, I'm saying,
First week.
is it bad for them to be kept there behind bars for loss of those iron bars right now?
Cause
committed a crime.
no, cause as me, they are worth it to be there. Cause what they did, it's not good.
Okay. I think that is what I wanted to hear now. Because I was almost saying police should arrest you and take you behind bars. Because you are saying it's not wrong.
No, they are worth it to be there. And those guys, they don't want to give us the all information. How the things, how it is started and up to where we are.
So I think that is okay. When RDC, you are going to respond. What is the fate of that project? If those people are behind bars, what are you going to do? I am told those are people who are hardworking. Some of them are behind the steel works. Still bending. So they are all behind bars. What is the fate of that project?
For me, in fact, I was hit hard when I heard the story, and you find that the key people are the ones involved. That somehow I've been thinking about it on how it is going to end, how we're going to solve this issue. But for them, they deserve to be there, because once you do something wrong, that's why you belong. And when we are behind schedule, we are thinking of mobilizing more money such that we fast track, because the intention was we have all the materials for the next phase to finish at least the bridge. That was the plan. And the big man has been working hard to make sure he gets the money and will resume and will push. That has been the plan. But now this one, it is tainting our name. The company name, I don't know how you look at us, whether you think, because somehow maybe you might think maybe it is a company, maybe planning to play games. Our company. Yes?
What is the name of your company?
It is WML. Yes, I don't know. I don't know the picture.
W what?
WML Consult and Engineering Company Limited.
The law has to take the course on those cases, and we need to investigate more such that because it is not acceptable. It is not acceptable for us to be thinking hard of pushing the work. Some people are planning to pull us back. Me, I wouldn't condone that, and the only issue is that they are the best guys. Now I don't know how they did that. That is why I'm
Do you trust them? So
When
much?
did you last pay them?
okay, that one has also been an issue. We did not to pay them on time. After the last cast, we delayed to pay them because the money was not there. But we have been, right now, none of them is demanding. As I speak, all those cases have been paid. Though the money has been coming slowly.
Okay, Bwana RDC, I have other programs, Bwana Kao, I have other programs. We awarded this contract, no, we handed over the site on 1st of August to this farm. Our expectations were very, very high, our hopes were very high that this is going to save us because our farmers there are not having access to markets, especially when the road choke is there. They cannot access markets and they cannot reach with their goods at quality level in the markets. Now, that was where we were banking so much. Now, what has come here on the ground is that the project is behind schedule. And the powers is not in our hands. This project was central awarded. And I'm getting to know that this is the contractor today. But I've been meeting the foreman and the other, him. I've been meeting them every time I come there. And even every time we come there, the district staff will facilitate them. The contractor is not facilitating them. This district engineer, we facilitate. We use the resources of the district to make sure that they monitor and supervise the work at critical stages of the construction. That is what we have been doing. Even me personally, with my executive, my secretary for security is here, we've been putting fuel from other sources to make sure we reach that site. And the RDC several times went there at his own expense to make sure that we contribute towards the success of this project. It is sad, the project 4 months down the road is at 45%. And yet we're left with 2 months to end the project. These are some of the challenges we face with the central awarded contracts, the hybrid projects. These are the challenges. We have brought this to the attention of government several times, and it has fallen in deaf ears. And this is how we continue to suffer. This is under agriculture cluster involvement project. So I don't know. My fear is I don't want that work to stop. That work must continue. And that is why I'm asking the contractor, what is the fate of this project? Now that the key staff are behind bars, what words of hope is he giving to me? I want to see that the project continues as the law takes its course. The law takes its course to investigate, to find out what exactly happened. Probably there might have been more things stolen at site. But I'm happy, DPC, I'm very, very happy and very grateful to you for acting timely. Together with the community members, I'm very, very grateful to you. LC2 chairman, I cannot thank you enough. LC1 chairman, I cannot thank you enough. I personally talked to the contractors when he was around. I said 2 things. I don't want you to leave your photocopies here. 2, I want you to employ local community members, which you did. I'm happy about it. And I told you, I don't want to hear any case of theft because the community has suffered. The community is monitoring on behalf of us, and they have rightly monitored and intercepted you at middle of the night, 1 a.m. And that is why we are here. Please, Bwana RDC, I don't know what you are going to say, but my interest is that that project must continue. In the next 2 months, the contractors will look for quality people to replace. The foreman is not there. I don't know what it takes to get a foreman. I will want you to get a local person. Contractor, I want you to get a local person. You give me the qualifications for that kind of person. I want that person to be there as a focal person. The site engineer is there. Where is the site engineer? You are the one. But do your part. If things get lost like this, it means all that we say has been wasted. Engineer took me there, I talked to you people and all the workers, and I warned you that our eyes are all out there to monitor. So I want my secretary for security, for works and technical services, if you have anything before RDC says, before COW says, I want you to talk.
I have one or three issues.
Yes.
Before I say anything, to you, Chairman, I've seen this highly consistent. Try to say what you want to Chairman before I say this.
No, even when he says anything here, it's not going to save us.
Okay.
Things have been stolen.
There are two
And
things
my thinking is that more things might have
installed.
been stolen.
One,
And that is why I'm saying DPC investigate.
one conductor. I remember going there and introducing myself fully to you. That's the Moses man from Soga region. He's a nice man that I've seen speak to other day. It is saddened me. That's the real hour of Azuku. That Moses slept there hungry, and Moses was very family to confirm to us that everybody has gone home. He was officially left there. But why are you lying to the chairman? That everybody was supposed to go. This Moses said he's officially left there to guard. That one in the uniform, we have the picture in the WhatsApp. Now he's behind the bus. Don't you think you have contributed to this? Number two. Now suppose that Moses was killed by a mob. You are joking with the law, but let me be very frank to you. That river, that bridge you have constructed has killed so many people from a river and the Ringley side. So because of that, people now see that the bridge must be a success to help them access the hospital, to access the market, and so many things. Whoever plays in that site there is risking his or her life. Two, as the site engineer, did you take stock of all what you left at the site? If you did, you have employment of UPDF fully. I even instructed them not to allow unnecessary trespass there. Why were UPDF, if they are not involved, why were they trying to disorganize the communities who are doing the right thing? In other words, they are the ones who aided the driver to run away. Then finally, are you still going to embrace those who have been caught red-handed to continue to do your work? It is good for thought for you. What all I want to know is, Cow, what you want to see is the bridge is completed. To me, however much they are going to steal, the burden goes to the contractor. That's my only understanding of the vast experience in local government. And when that bridge fails to end, I have of trust in my appointing authority, the LC5, will take me to meet His Excellency to see this company is blackmailed and chased out of Uganda. Trust me, if that bridge is not complete. Even if you're going to steal everything, I don't mind. But mine is, I want to see that bridge after 80 months is 100% completion and is officially commissioned. I rest my case.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, things got lost at the road shock that you are doing, and it's not the first time for things to get lost. This time, the theft was planned along that entrance from Nzeva side, and they were netted by the community members and with support of the DPC. I'm sure she planted very, very well on the ground to monitor, and they were netted. So the people are behind bars. That is why we are here. The next person to you is the contractor, the site engineer, and with all his people, they are here. We are trying to look for a way forward. What do we do? The consensus is here that those ones behind bars with the foreman who planned the thing, they should not be brought back. But the work must continue. It should not come to an end as investigations go on. And that is our cry. 4 months down the road, they are at 45. Instead of being around 70%, they are at 45. They are left with 2 months to complete that work. So we are saying that they should work hard to make sure within the 8 months, they must be on schedule to make sure that they hit the target. And that is what you've heard from Secretary for Security. You are the person very close there. Very close there. Things get lost even when we have UPDFs there. So we don't know what is there, but we cannot now suspect. The DPC is going on the ground to do investigations and will let us know. So that's where we have reached, engineer, You say car will say, then RDC will close this meeting.
Yeah, thank you, Chair, and all the members. I have some cough. My throat is a little rough. I'm Simon Afimani. On this project, I've been serving as clerk of works, officer appointed by the office of CAR. From day one, when we took off with the works, things were moving well. And before the site works progressed, we had official meeting with the workers, with the locals, in which every partner was involved. And these visitors, let me call them visitors, were well informed about the success of that project. And when we tried to move, the other issue of where some bags of cement were brought and taken away, we tried to investigate that with my district engineer, and this was the explanation they gave us. So I instructed our local people there to be very, very vigilant about whatever materials are delivered on site. As this one already said, the cement we're using there, you know, the cement are of types. And what is recommended for them for use is gauge 42.5. As they explained for the first time, we believed it was true. But just recently, it was last week, Friday, I went there to hand over a site of a toilet construction at the Antifeco Trading Center. I got the LCs, we talked with them. Then when I gave them time to react on our handover meeting, the reaction was not on the very meeting we had it with them, but instead they brought the issue of the bridge. That a number of things have been moving out from the site. And the route these people are using is the other one from that village is called
from Eve to
I don't know. It's a common
Yes.
one, I don't know.
No, they don't use this word up. They use Ekimunds. They branch it down there.
So I told these guys, you be now very, very vigilant. You must be on alert. You coordinate with the neighbors, your friends across. In case of anything, make phone calls. We'll be very happy to see that somebody is caught moving with the materials. Otherwise, if that one is not done, we'll have no evidence. And immediately I called this other man. He's called Bonnie.
Yes.
The one with the white t-shirt.
Yes, it's called
The vessel.
Called him. The guy came to me and asked, now, what is the fate of the